I think we rolling. Russ Green.
Rolling.
What up, dude? You're here in beautiful Bridgeville in the 247 studio. It took a while to get you here, but we got you.
It did, man. I'm super excited to be here, man. This is great.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming down. So that you live in Lower Burrell, right?
Correct.
It's a bit of a hike for you to get down to Bridgeville.
A little bit.
How was your trip today?
It was nice until you get, to the Fort Pitt Bridge.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Are you originally from Burrell?
Oakmont.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty close, though.
Yes.
Nice. Did you grow up golfing?
No, I just kind of picked that up the last couple years.
Nice. Eating donuts?
Eating donuts.
There we
yeah,
go.
definitely grew up eating donuts.
There's two things in Oakmont. You're doing one or the other.
Golfing
for sure.
or going to the bakery. That's right, man.
What's like the bakery favorite? If I go there, what do I need to get? Because I'm going to be honest, and you might punch me for this. I'm always like underwhelmed when I go there.
Yeah.
It's so busy. It's such a production. But then I like get whatever I get, and I'm like, it's good.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth all that.
No, I don't want to say I agree with you, but
can't agree, yeah.
But I would say my personal favorite, obviously, is the maple logs. Can't
See,
go
I never
wrong.
got that.
Can't go wrong with the maple log.
Okay, that might be what I'm missing.
Yeah, and then the Oakmonter cake. I mean, yeah.
Never had. I had the when they did the collaboration with Turner's Milk
Yeah.
and the Oakmont. That was good.
Yeah.
I'll say that. That milk was
Imagine
really good.
that in a cake.
Yeah. And then the things that everybody goes nuts, are they called punch keys? Is that how you say it?
It's not,
People go nuts about
yeah,
that. They
right.
are good.
Yeah, they are. They are. But yeah, the Oakmonter is get a glass of milk. That's all. A little bit of advice.
Oakmont and milk, the Russ Green special. We love it, dude. So some fun stuff's coming down the pipe for us and for you. So this is cool because when we announced April 15th, you were like, dude, that's my birthday. Is that your actual birthday or just birthday
The
weekend?
16th.
Okay. But it turns into your birthday celebration on the 15th.
We will be celebrating after the April 15th fight for sure.
Yeah. I think you booked your hotel room like the second we announced that date, right?
Yes, there's like 20 of us. So it's going to be...
That's sick.
Excuse me. It's going to be...
good, man.
It's going to be good.
Nice. So. I mean, you guys always bring a crew. Obviously, we're very appreciative for your support of 247 and local MMA in general. That's one thing. So for people watching this, like, is this guy fighting on the... You kind of look like you could maybe fight, actually, to be honest.
It's funny you say that, man. I definitely cannot fight. But I have not seen Julian Flannery fight for a while. So I was going to, maybe... try just to see him knock me out.
Yeah, there you go.
He's kind of a beast, and I love whenever he just puts people down.
That's
so
perfect.
I was going to volunteer.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we can do like post-limbs. You always got prelims, but we'll do post-limbs. After the main event, you versus Julian.
Yeah, man. I think I could stay away for 18 seconds.
That would set the record.
Yeah, that's why I think so. Yeah, definitely.
That's beautiful. We'll just start a timer and then like cancel the fight once you get there.
Right.
So we'll save your brain cells.
Right. I'm a little squirrely. We can figure it out.
You can figure it out. So your brain cells will be under enough attack being your birthday weekend already. So
Yes. Yeah.
we don't need to add Julian's fist to the equation.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
So Russ, you own Go Green Windows and Construction, and you hit us up. You had been coming to our shows for a while, and I think it was maybe 11. Maybe you gave me your business card, and you were like, "Let's see what we can work out."
Yeah, definitely, man. It's we've been going I think since BIP 6.
Nice.
Yeah, so we really enjoy it. We love the fact that you guys give these local guys a platform.
Yeah.
And I mean, where I live now in Lower Burrell, you know what you got coming out of there, man. So it's
studs.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, we were got involved with Edwin Vera to start, Jew herd, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. Got to drop that. And then, it worked its way to Justin, and, we just kept going to all these fights, and it's, been kind of a thing with the whole crew, man. Every time you guys have an event, we're, all over it.
Dude, it's one of our favorite things when a sponsor genuinely loves MMA like you do. Like you would be at the show whether you sponsored us or not.
Correct.
That's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
And I know when we initially sat down, one of the first things I said was like, don't stop sponsoring Justin and
Right.
Edwin. Like, we don't want that.
No,
if
definitely
it's us
not.
or them, like, take them.
Yeah, that wasn't in the question. And once you guys brought that to the table, man, I kind of knew it'd be a good fit.
For sure, man. You said it best, like building up the MMA community and building the scene. That's exactly what we've been trying to do as well. And I think, this show has sold bananas. This is going to be just a completely insane show.
I could not believe the sellout.
Either
I mean,
could we.
it's I mean, that's great. You know, that's great for you guys. It's great for these fighters,
Yeah.
man. It's, you know, so.
Yeah, man, I'll say, like, when I say either can I, it's not because I don't think we do a good job or put together a good card. I do believe in what we do, obviously, but I talked to Ryan literally, this isn't live, so this is Tuesday. I talked to Ryan Tuesday morning, and we were going through the tickets, and we're like, we have like 57 tickets left.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
So we realized it was getting close, but when we really dug into the numbers, we were like, dude, there are 57 tickets. And now at the time of this podcast, there's like 23.
Right.
Like even today, 30 plus have gone. It's crazy, dude.
And you guys even put them on sale earlier.
I know.
For BitB 16.
I know. Because
So-
we announced like Ethan versus Calvin right away.
Right.
And then James Leto versus Ken Burrs right away.
Right.
So there's a lot. Like we're digging in what worked so well. What did we do so right for this one? We're going to obviously try to replicate this.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
overall, man, I think it just comes down to that's a sick card and people see that.
You know
it just
what?
is.
It is a stacked card.
Yeah.
Okay. And between your two co-main events, okay,
Yeah.
there's going to be some fireworks.
Oh,
man.
dude.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
No doubt.
And you got a lot of good AMI fights, without a doubt, you know. So, and that's the AMI fights is where it's at, man, because those guys are they just all heart, man.
I'm glad
you
you
know what
said
I
it.
mean.
Yeah.
Like it just, you know, there's some that's their first fight. There's some that's their second or third, you know, and they're
Dude.
trying to get their name out there, and it's great, man.
I'm so stoked that you said that because when I say it, people think I'm just selling fights. You know,
Right.
like, oh, you just want me to come to the fights. But like, genuinely, amateur fights are the shit,
man.
dude. These guys are incredible.
Right.
And like you said, the heart, and then you get that rogue amateur that's just insanely talented right away, and you can just see it in him. Like,
Absolutely.
that's very exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
What's been one of your favorite new fights? I know you've worked with Edwin and Justin a lot, but has anybody caught your eye recently?
You know what? I don't know. I wouldn't say they're new, but I was super impressed with Jake Schilling. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And my source, from what I heard, he's not in the area anymore.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's
I
kind
think
of
he
a
moved to
bummer.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was kind of hoping he would have made his way on this card, but
For
you know,
sure. Yeah.
then I found out that he moved. So,
Yeah,
you know, but I heard he's in the circuit over there.
That's good.
In Arizona.
They have a good
so,
scene, obviously.
yeah.
There's a lot of great gyms down there for
Right.
sure.
So, and then, I mean, I don't know, man. There's so many local guys.
Really
okay.
are.
And
Yeah.
Matt Factory's putting out local guys like it's, you know,
Insane.
yeah.
Every
and it's
every
crazy.
event, like, so the way it works for us matchmaking is we'll always reach out to the coaches of the gyms and be like, who do you have ready to fight? Who do
Right.
you want us to match? Seems like every event there's just new guys at the and this goes for every gym, honestly.
Right.
The academy has several new guys.
Right.
This show coming up, Stout's always putting them out. And then you've got like Henzo Gracie Morgantown, that Anvier's out in Mount Pleasant. They're just all popping up. They're all India, obviously,
Right.
is growing like
India's
crazy.
another one. Yeah.
So
Jacob Lowry too, man. That was
love
like
that guy.
Yeah. That was, you know, he put on a great show.
that was one of the best fights. That BitB 8 fight, definitely one of the best fights in 247 history.
Yeah, that was a
I think
good one.
the heart he showed in that was just absolutely bananas.
Right. So, but yeah, man, that's, you know, I can't wait for this card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been like, every time I see posts and stuff, I get like goosebumps. So,
That's how we are
yeah,
too, man.
It's
Like,
like,
we
wow.
can't wait. And honestly, it's flying up on it. Like April
Quick.
15th felt so far away for so long because, like you said, we haven't had an event since December.
Right.
And we did announce a few fights right away. So back then it was like, still 3.5, 4 months away. And
Yeah.
now it's like 3 weeks away.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay.
It's coming.
It's getting real
yeah,
now.
It's
yeah.
coming, man. Definitely.
Yes.
So,
So we're, we can't focus on selling tickets anymore because there's no more to sell really. So we're going to switch over to the pay-per-view. Like, let's
do
see how
it.
many live streams we can sell
Right.
now too. It's kind of bittersweet because I never want somebody in the area to not be able to go.
Right.
Like if you want to support local MMA, I would love to have you. But literally this venue, you've been at
It's
the casino.
different.
It's
Yeah,
small.
it
There's
is.
just
It's
not
different.
space.
Right.
Now, if we were in Monroeville, we could add extra
Add a
tickets
table.
for sure.
Yeah,
There's
right.
endless space there.
Yeah.
But here, and we did say up front, Ryan and I were like, don't wait.
Yeah.
We're telling you guys. And now it happened. So, yeah.
That's great, man.
Yes.
Great for you guys. Great for these fighters. Great for the new fighters coming in. You
Yeah.
know, so
For sure. So with Go Green, I'm interested in what made you want to work with Edwin and Justin? Like, what did you think was a good fit with MMA or with combat sports athletes?
Well, I'll tell you what, honestly, like I said, being from Lower Burl, excuse me, you know, Edwin became a friend of mine.
Nice.
Okay. And my son wrestled for junior high for Burl, which, you know, took him to the mat factory.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, you know, I just started meeting other people and all that. And I mean, not only are these fighters that are coming out of there great fighters, they are amazing friends as well. You know?
Put it perfectly.
Yep.
Yep.
And, you know, I love seeing people follow their dream, you know, and that's what all of them are doing out of there, man. I mean, you got Justin, you got Carly, Cheyenne Hall, you know what I mean? Edwin. It's just like, it's amazing to see all these people, you know.
Yeah. You
just
could
follow their dream, man.
I think you
know?
Could list names for like 10 minutes straight.
Oh, yeah,
at the
right.
Mat Factory.
Right.
It's
They
insane.
could take up the whole podcast, man, you know, but it's
this is now the Mat Factory podcast.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, I mean, I'm biased, you know what I mean? That's
totally
my
fair.
spot, man,
Yeah,
you
totally
know, and
fair.
everybody that comes out of there, I mean, they're all showstoppers.
That's a big fact.
I mean, look at Julian. Look, you know, Justin pops the roof off any venue he's at, man.
It's special.
Edwin is a straight brawler. Like,
Edwin's...
it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, they're so fun to watch.
Yeah, man. And I mean, there, especially, it all starts at the top. You know, we got Isaac's Hall of Fame plaque right there.
Oh, man. He's like a mad scientist. And then Chris Dempsey. I mean, it's like, come on, dude. Like, you know, anybody getting coached by them is going to be
crazy.
Good.
Absolutely.
You know?
And just one thing you said that I think is actually really important is how they became good friends for you too.
Yes.
And that's no accident with Isaac at the top. I think he, from what I understand, he coaches them mentally and as a human being just as much as fighting. And that shows with everybody who comes out of there super classy, super professional, very friendly, just easygoing.
Unless they're in the cage,
but
man.
then get them in the cage and that switch flips.
It's amazing.
How are you close with Isaac at all?
You know what? Not super close. You know each other, but I mean, just what he's doing with these people is great, man. And he, like, you know, giving them the opportunity to, you know, pass on his knowledge and all that is just, you know, you can't ask for more than that out of a person.
Beautiful.
He's a genuine coach, man.
Oh, he's just a genuine human.
He is the definition of a coach.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
I mean?
This sport, you'll find negativity about anybody.
Right.
I'm sure you've seen comments like people will talk smack on literally anybody,
right?
Except for Isaac Greeley.
Well,
I've never seen.
Doesn't give you a reason to, man. You know,
I've never seen it happen.
Right.
I'm waiting for the first person to try though. Like they're going to get destroyed.
They'll get a figure four leg lock real quick.
Like,
man.
what are you literally thinking? Like, not only can he kick your ass, you have no basis for whatever you're about to say.
And he doesn't look mean.
No,
but I mean, he will pretzel you in 2 seconds, dude.
Dude, he's such a beast. We're seriously honored, like him, all the coaches in the area, honestly, no slight to any of them. I say it all the time with Indio right down the road. Danilo Villafort being in Pittsburgh is nuts. I mean, that's a super, ultra high level judo, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like, he has it all.
That's what I mean. Big names in the area, man. I mean, look at what Dempsey's doing. You know? I mean,
so good.
Beast.
Yeah.
You know? And great dude, though. You know what
One
I
of the
mean?
best dudes.
Like, like such a fun time.
It's
you
good.
know,
he can strangle you with a smile for sure. He just enjoys that.
Absolutely.
It's like, I'm not trying to hurt you. This is just fun.
This is just how I roll.
Literally.
You know?
So it's a fun path for you, man, getting involved. And I think, like I said, you know, we're obviously grateful to have you as a sponsor, but for what we're doing, I feel like our visions are pretty aligned. And you kind of touched on that earlier, that we both want the same thing for the community, and that's for more opportunities for these fighters, better opportunities for these fighters, and grow the overall culture. So you said you got involved back at BitB6. Have you felt that happening on your end?
You know what? I mean, we started just going to support Edwin, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like a buddy of mine was like, oh, I'm going to see Justin. And that's how I met Justin. And I mean, it was just like, oh my God, this is great. You know what I mean? Like, it was just the whole total experience, man. It's like, you know, rooting, screaming, cheering, and then, you know, and win, lose, or draw, man, all those dudes put on a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's a special sport, man. It really is. And you said about these guys chasing their dreams. And I always emphasize to people to think about what they're chasing their dreams in, being MMA.
Right.
Like if we chase our dreams, that may mean construction, that may mean promotion, anything like that. It's way different to know you have to drag yourself into practice every night. You have to diet. You have to be willing to get punched in the face, get choked, get arm barred, get knee barred. Like what they're putting themselves through for this dream is an insane mental and physical toll.
It's all heart, man.
All heart.
All heart.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Watching it's not for everybody.
That's very true.
You know, I didn't think my wife would be that into it, but
I'm glad she is.
It grabbed her up too, man. So,
That's cool.
You know, it's been great.
My mom, obviously, I watched UFC when I was growing up and stuff. Every time we would throw it on, my mom would like cover her eyes or leave the room. She couldn't stand it. But I got her to come to a 247 show, and ever since then, she wants to come to all of them.
It's you know what? It's a total vibe, man.
It is, dude.
That's all I could say.
I think you said you were a Steelers fan earlier, and I grew up, obviously, like born and bred on the Steelers for sure. But I said it on a previous podcast. I would rather go to a regional MMA show than a Steelers game. I really would.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest and put it out there. I love the Steelers, but after October, I'll be on my couch watching them. Okay. So
You're not dragging me out in my winter coat.
No, definitely not, man. It's a better view on the TV. Okay.
You're not wrong at all, man.
Yeah,
I've been to some brutally cold Steelers games where I'm like, man, I love these guys, but what am I doing right now?
Never been to a cool MMA fight, though.
Nice.
Never.
That's a good way to put it. Nice. So, yeah, hopefully it's not cold in April. I don't see how it could be. That many people jammed in there, it's going to be nice and tasty for sure.
Definitely.
Nice, dude. So with Go Green, like, give yourself a little love now. Obviously,
plug.
you're here as a sponsor, but what sets you guys apart? You know, we're in the 247 roofing office, so it's kind of a nice marriage, roofs and windows.
Absolutely,
so
man. Yeah, you know. Yeah, man, we're just, you know, a little local small business, you know, just trying to get by, you know. But I mean, I'll tell you, our quality and finished product, and I mean, the reviews that people put, you know, kind of baffles me sometimes. So, you know, it's nice to see all that stuff.
All
you
the
know?
love,
yeah, man. It's just, you know, and being local, I think that's kind of what people want these days. You know, small business, local, know, use a local made product. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I mean, we go in at 100%, man.
That's awesome.
That's just what we do. You know, it's a family business. I got, you know, 4 steady guys with us right now, and then 3 other ones that we use, you know, part-time. So
that's really cool, man. Just knowing you the brief amount of time I have, you're definitely a super humble guy, super easygoing. So I can see that passion come through in your work for sure. And I love the name, obviously, Russ Green, Go Green.
Yeah, man.
Is that also a play on like energy efficiency?
I mean, it turned out that way. Yeah. I mean, we definitely, you know, I didn't think about it too much, but, you know, we were putting Facebook posts up.
Yeah.
And we would just put Go Green at the end of everyone, you know. So it was like kind of worked itself out, man.
That's
and then we just kind of ran with it because
I love it.
I mean, yeah, it was, you know.
Hey, man, whatever works. You don't, just let it happen.
That's it, man. Just, you know, just say yes. You know, that's
exactly. Why
Why say no when it feels so good to say yes?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So what's the path, dude, from eating maple logs at Oakmont Bakery to selling windows and doing construction? What did your journey look like?
Well, man, I'll tell you, I was very blessed with, you know, opportunities, and I made the best of them.
Nice.
And, you know, I worked for a gentleman, you know, before I went out on my own, and he was long-time window installer, old-timer, you know what I mean? Yep. And just the knowledge that I picked up was great. And one day I just came home and talked with my wife and said, hey, I think, you know, it's time to maybe try to do this, you know? And she's like, well, what do you need to do it? I said, everything we have, you know what I mean? Plus some.
Yeah. Yeah.
And being the, you know, down to earth chick that she is, which you know her.
She's awesome. Yeah,
she backed me 100%, man. And, you know, told me don't mess it up, with other words. Okay. So with that being said, I mean, she, you know, put her, you know, goals and ambitions on hold for us to go after this, and it just kind of worked itself out.
That's huge,
so,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So huge shout out. Thanks, babe.
Yeah. We need a like a lovebird theme button on there or something. So I mean, dude, you just proved a perfect example when I just said you're a super humble dude. That story, when you say things just kind of work themselves out, like, not quite. Like, it doesn't work that way, man. You had to invest a ton of energy, a ton of passion, probably some sweat and tears.
Yeah,
involved in
man,
this.
definitely. I break down once a year.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, it gets a little overwhelming, but you know, I never thought I would get as big as it did. Okay, so like I said, completely blessed, man.
That's
you know,
huge.
I can't even explain it. It's been great, you know, from day one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's trials and tribulations and everything.
For sure.
But I mean, you just don't quit. Just keep going, one foot in front of the other, man.
Yeah.
That's it. And it does work itself out.
Nice.
You know?
How'd you know this was your field, this was your niche, that this is what you wanted to say? Like, I'm going all in on this.
So I get a self-satisfaction when I get to a house and I look at it and then we do our thing, you know, and then it's done and I'm like, wow, we did that. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's very gratifying to see. And then I love happy customers, man.
Yeah.
You know, and all of them have been happy.
That's
you know,
great.
knock on wood, man. You know.
That's great.
So it's been great, man. I'm not, you know, and I literally enjoy waking up and going to do what I do.
That's huge.
You know,
That says it all.
It does feel like a job because it's long hours and all that. And some days I don't feel like doing it, but you know, we do it.
I think it's cool when you get company. This is kind of the beauty of most local businesses. You get a company like that where you are the guy, you're the owner, but you're out in the field with your men. Like, you're right beside them.
Oh man, you know what? And shout out to them guys, man, because this place wouldn't be what it is without my crew. Okay,
Yeah.
they show up every day. They, you know, pretty much treat it like their own.
That's huge.
And you know, I can count on them.
Nice.
You know, if you know, I had surgery last year and I wasn't able to work for like a month and they kept it going, man. Which,
How huge is that?
oh my God. I got really used to it though. I'm not going to lie.
Like
you
this,
know?
Hey guys, I'm still a little hurt.
Yeah,
Keep
man.
this
Right.
going.
I tried to go back a little too early, man. So, you know,
What'd you injure?
I had a hernia. Oh, it was brutal.
Oh no.
It was brutal, man.
That has to suck.
Yeah.
Did you get it on the job?
No, it was lingering for like a long time and I just neglected it. So
And it just eventually gave out on you, basically?
yeah, I had to get it taken care of, man.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Well, we're glad you're back at full
thanks,
strength
man.
now. I would have never suspected.
But much appreciate that.
For sure. Dude, I want to talk about your son, and I don't know, actually. Do you have more kids than...
Nope.
Okay.
Just one 14-year-old boy.
Great. God bless you, my friend.
He gives me a run for my money. Such a great kid, though, man.
Nice.
He is. He's a great kid, just, you know, a teenager.
Still big into wrestling?
No, he's,
okay.
you know what? He took last year off and ended up playing basketball.
Nice.
And took a huge liking to it. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was my sport in high school. Man.
Yeah, I
loved
mean,
basketball.
it was the first year he played. You know, he tried out and made it. And, I mean, you know, once again, he gave it his all and it worked out, man.
Got them good green jeans in him, man.
Yeah, let's hope, man, you know.
I was going to recruit him.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, hey, is he still wrestling? Does he want to get with Isaac and fight for us in 4 years or what?
He got a window business to look after soon. So
There you go. So I'm ready to sit back and let my son take care of this.
you know, hopefully, man. He comes to work on the summer sometimes, and then, you know, it's hard to get him there now. But,
For sure.
You know, things will change.
Definitely. Dude, I want to run it back with you a little bit because MMA, obviously, huge MMA. I tell everybody, I'm like, I think Russ is the biggest local MMA fan, bigger than us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, man, I dig the scene. Like I said, I love seeing people go after their dream, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's really cool.
And you guys opened up a platform, and it just so happened to be that these people turned into friends, and we just love seeing it, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
We can feel it too, man. It's really special what's going on right now, I think.
And everybody that I mentioned, man, I mean, they're 1,000% in, without a doubt.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely,
another self-gratifying thing, man.
For sure.
Just seeing people go after what they want.
Definitely.
You know,
your involvement with Edwin and Justin, was that because they're in Lower Borough and you kind of had an interest, or were you like a big UFC fan before that?
I mean, I love the UFC stuff, okay? But it's funny how it worked. Edwin, I met, actually was working for the guy that finished my basement.
Nice.
Yeah.
So your basement still has a smell to it, is what you're saying?
Yeah. You heard? But yeah, and that was the one fight that ended up getting canceled because of COVID.
Right.
And you know, after that, man, we started buying tickets to go see him, and that was it. Like I said,
huge, man.
Yeah.
I think Edwin, he was for a long time he had the most 247 fights out of anybody, but I think Ethan may have passed him. Danny can fact check me on that, but
Okay.
I think Ethan might hold that title now. But,
He might, huh?
And Edwin's coming off a knee injury as well, so
Right.
he's been sidelined for a while.
Anxious to see him get back, man. You know, he's another one that, you know, it's
You know what you're getting with Edwin.
It's a stand-up brawl, man.
Sometimes to his disadvantage, he's too willing to just trade punches.
He's like the Rocky Balboa 247, man.
For real.
You know what I mean?
And dude, he is the nicest guy. I know you said it a million times, but he's literally the nicest guy.
Super nice, man.
Yeah.
He like I said, man, he just became like family. You know what I mean? Just from working at my house.
For sure.
So it's just,
That's
you
so
know,
cool.
But
I love that.
Yeah, you know, and it's just great to see people do what they want to do, man. You know, go after what they want to go after. I can't stress that enough, man.
And now you've got Justin, you know, he started out his pro career on a bit of a rough note in his debut.
Right.
Bounced back, lost another one, but now won 2 straight and looks literally better than ever these
You know
last
what,
2.
man? I'm looking for big things from Justin. I don't want to put any pressure on him, man, but I think this year is going to be huge for him.
It is.
Really do.
I mean, we think that too. You know, we were talking about it. I think Ryan and I talked about it on the last podcast. But I mean, you're talking about a guy who's definitely knocking on the door of a title shot. If he gets a big win, what else can we really do?
Right.
You know,
Right.
He's right there.
I mean, like I said, I'm biased. Okay, that's my dude. But you know, I mean, well-deserved title shot
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens after he goes to work on April 15th.
Yeah, man.
You know?
You talk about how Larissa's totally had your back, and I mean that's so vital in pretty much every walk of life to have the supportive wife or a supportive family support system. Justin has it with Carly Joe. Like, what a cool dynamic they have. Yeah,
Great. I mean, that's like, you can't ask for better than that, you know. And Carly's such a sweetheart.
Yeah,
Unless
truly.
she's in the cage.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Par for the course with those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, both great people, man. Can't wait to see what this year turns out for both of them.
Nice.
Carly's coming off her injury too, so you know, hopefully she gets back at it. You know, when she's ready. 'Cause she's also fun to watch. So
nice. What's your? I want to play a hypothetical game. What's your dream fight? If you could put together any fight throughout history, it could be like prime Chuck Liddell versus prime John Jones. Like you could even do that. Like what would you put together?
man, I'm a big Nate Diaz fan.
Oh,
man.
nice. I knew I liked you.
Yeah, I mean, Nate Diaz is my dude. Okay,
Nice.
Nick Diaz is bad, but I honestly, man, I'd love to see another Poirier and McGregor fight, man.
Oh wow,
You
run
know?
that one back.
Yeah, man. I mean, that last one was,
Yeah, ended a
you
little.
know, Dustin can't get too cocky. There, I'm a fan of the McGregor.
For sure. I mean,
You know?
what he did for the sport can never be
Huge,
understated, man. Can
Huge.
never be understated.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was covering, I don't know how much you know. Well, you saw my interview with Aaron Blanchfield that I posted on Facebook today.
That
but
was great.
I used to be just like MMA media. I used to
Yeah.
cover UFC and local fights and stuff for a living. I have a journalism degree, actually.
That really,
Yeah. So
fits the bill.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
And so I was, you know, in that life full time covering fights when McGregor was on the come up. So I've seen it from the back end of like viewership, comments,
Right.
reach, engagement. Dude, what he did for these sites, I swear it would be like Conor McGregor. Like, this isn't a real example, obviously, but a story of like Conor McGregor farted on an old lady versus any other fighter does literally any other thing.
Click.
More clicks on
Yeah.
Conor.
Oh, dude,
Fact,
without a
he
doubt,
could do
man.
literally
Yeah.
anything.
Hey,
And,
that's what he was born to do, man. Without a doubt.
it's so true.
You know?
Yeah. What do you think about his Michael Chandler fight coming up?
Oh man, you know, I do like Michael Chandler.
How can you
okay,
not?
I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I don't know, man. I thought McGregor was gonna take down Mayweather, so you know,
You bought in.
I did, man.
I kind of did too. I'm not gonna lie. Not like if I was betting money, I still would have
Right.
bet on Mayweather. But there was a part of me that was like, dude, he's got big power. He's
yeah,
sneaky,
man.
he's
I mean, it's
sneaky.
just, you know, But you know, Floyd's a beast, so you can't go against Floyd Mayweather.
Dude, in this sport, like you've seen it up close in regional MMA even, you can't win every fight.
Right.
You can't go whatever Floyd is 50 and whatever ridiculous record he, like that is completely insane.
You know what, man? Fighting is no matter how ready you get, that other guy in the ring or cage with you can have a better day.
Exactly.
I mean,
or
that just,
one better punch.
Or
That's
just
the crazy
a
thing
quick
about
catch, man. You know what I mean?
I mean, how many fights have you seen, even for us, where one guy's winning the whole fight and then last round it turns?
That's
he gets
it,
caught.
man. Yeah. I mean, that's where you dig down and pull that heart out, though, man. That's what I'm saying. That's the stuff you can't write a script on.
Yep.
You know,
and that's super nuts with Floyd because he's not a knockout artist. He's not finishing guys quick. He's usually going the distance.
He'll
not
point you
caught.
to death, though. He'll point you to death. I mean, he's just, you know, he's quick, he's squirrely.
Best defense I've ever seen in the ring.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm happy to witness him fight, man. That's all.
For sure. So, are you a Mayweather fan?
I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you a big boxing guy?
You know what? I'm a big Triple G fan, man.
Okay,
when
nice.
Triple G was in his prime, man,
he's tough to beat, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
He had all the attributes, I think. Super sound defensively, but killer power and aggressiveness.
Yeah. And he's still around. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, big Triple G comeback.
What do you think of Francis Ngannou thinking he's going to jump to boxing?
I don't know, man. That's two different animals there,
Totally
man.
agree.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Like, it didn't work out too good for McGregor.
I know. That's very true.
So we'll see what happens.
And even though, obviously Ngannou's not going to fight Floyd, but he's going to fight somebody super high level nonetheless. There's no interest in Ngannou versus the 50th ranked heavyweight in the world. Like, nobody really cares.
Paul.
Or Jake Paul. I think a lot of people would watch Ngannou versus Jake Paul, unfortunately.
I think they would too, but,
just to see Jake Paul maybe die. They'd be like, all right, I want to see this.
Well, you see what happens when he goes up against a real fighter.
Dude, I mean, I think anybody who knew, but I'll be honest, I think Jake Paul is more decent than people give him credit for too.
I'm not taking anything away from him, man, because he puts in the work.
That's
okay.
Yeah, that's more what I'm getting to. It really seems like he cares, takes it seriously, trains. He's trying, man. He really is.
But Fury just let him know that
there's levels.
Yeah,
like Calm always
he's not
said,
there,
levels,
man. Dude. There's levels to this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Who I've heard rumblings. I don't know, Danny Palm, if this is just clickbait that I saw of Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul.
I heard Nate was gonna make a boxing, debut, but they got to go in the cage after too.
I love that.
We'll
How
see.
good is that?
I mean,
they got to do both if they're gonna do one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely,
dude. Absolutely.
But I mean, Nate Diaz, them Stockton boys are for real, man. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Nate Diaz is a beast. I mean. He you could just keep hitting him.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen him get knocked out.
Like legitimately dead, unconscious, knocked out. Yeah, I mean, he's been stopped by strikes, obviously, a time or two, but not like stone cold knocked
like
out.
you're out, like smelling salts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that Josh Thompson fight probably the closest he's ever been?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Pretty sure Nick threw in the towel there too, actually, as it was going down, which was cool to see.
I'd have to fact check that.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember that. But yeah, it could. But Nick, I mean, look at Nick fighting too, man.
Unbelievable. Has he ever been stone cold knocked out?
We need a fact checker.
Man,
We need 100%
really
fact checker.
I don't think he has.
I don't think he has.
I really don't think he has.
No.
And look at everybody he's fought. I mean, he was fighting killers.
I mean, they
both have.
They go after the big fight. I
love it.
That's all they want. They don't care.
It's crazy to me how when you just look at them physically and even their style, there's nothing overwhelming about them, but they just get the freaking job. You said heart several times. They're the perfect example. You just got to want it
heart,
man.
That's
just
it.
Want it.
That's it, man. You got to put the work in.
Yeah, but always so well rounded too. Like their submission game is crazy good.
Oh man, you get them on the ground. It just. You got to make them stand up if you want a chance. That's all.
For sure.
And they're hard to get down, man. If that's the road you choose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I mean, the ground game's serious in this sport, man.
It's huge. I mean, it's the great dictator of how things can go. If you're wrestling, I personally think pure wrestling is the best base to get into MMA.
Without a doubt.
If you can dictate if we're going to stand or be on the ground, changes a lot. Changes a lot.
Yeah, it go either way on the ground, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know.
I mean, Patton's a great example. We've seen his wrestling come leaps and bounds these past couple years, and he's using it in all of his recent wins. That's been how he's been getting the job done.
That's, you know, where he trains, man. That's, you know.
What do you expect with Greeley and Dempsey?
Yeah, I mean, you can't give it another explanation, man.
Yeah, right.
I was just watching his hype video you guys put up, man. And
Yeah.
the Von Flue fight, man. That was
Sick, dude.
Oh,
He went
dude.
out so fast from that.
That
man.
was
I couldn't
crazy.
believe
He
how
had
fast
that
he
tight, man.
Had to be.
He had that in
His
there.
head was stuck against the cage.
Man.
Bah,
What a great fight.
that was a great fight.
You know.
Great performance.
Justin
for him.
always win, lose, or draw, man. He always puts on a show, man. You know?
Never a doubt about that.
Never. And even if you talk to him, it's speaking of humble because you brought that up.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
You know, I'm like, you know, what are you gonna do, man? You ready? You deadly? He's like, man, I do my best. That's it. But I can guarantee you're gonna see a show.
There you
You
go.
know, you can't ask for more than that.
Yeah,
So
man, that sounds right. And the fans are definitely going to see a show. You mentioned it earlier, but he brings a huge
oh
crowd
man,
every
it's
time.
just like this is his territory, man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Yeah, man. Ryan and I were just talking about it on the last podcast, but like with Kama retired from MMA, Patton's now the pro,
dude,
the
man.
pro, yeah,
the
in the
dude.
area.
That's what I mean. You know, I don't want to put any pressure on him, you know,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm looking big things this year, man. I think this year's gonna be
Heck yeah.
the start of something really good for him, man.
What
you
would
know?
be you like McGregor Poirier as your dream matchup, but what would be like a dream local matchup?
Dream local, man.
Even throughout time, like you could do Cody Garbrandt or Dom Mazzata.
Dom Mazzata was a beast, man. He, you know, was one of the one of
OG factory boys,
OGs, man. You know, from the area
For sure.
But I don't know, man. I'd have to say, and this is probably going a little ahead, man. But I'd have to say a Justin Patton and the winner of, you know, an Ethan Goss and Calvin Harbaugh, man.
Hit that, Danny Palm. Hit that,
I
Danny
do,
Palm.
man. I think that, you know, sell out.
Well, look, man, I'm not going to say that that's going to happen, but like if Justin wins and wins impressively, especially, that fight makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it
just
does
makes sense.
on paper. It does, man. And like I said, I just think, I mean, I think the Cowboy or Harbaugh and Goss fight's gonna be.
That's a sick
It's gonna.
matchup.
I
dude.
think that's gonna be whether it's they stand up or go on the ground. I think that's gonna be, you know, big factor in that fight. So
Dude.
we'll see.
So I think we knew it for sure. We knew that was a really tough fight for Shako when he
Right.
signed it. But on paper, it looked like Harbaugh had this kind of 500 record as a pro. But when you look at his AMI record, it was stellar.
Right.
And we saw it even with Justin. You know,
Yeah.
as a pro, man, you can get caught. You
Yeah,
can,
I
you can
mean,
lose a few to
right.
start. But Calvin's one of those guys, and I highly urge anybody to go to his Instagram, Facebook, keep up with his training. Mindset is insanely polished. This dude is taking this like this is his shot. This is
Right.
8 Mile, right? Like,
Yeah,
I know.
man. Yeah, no doubt.
And when you have a mindset like that, I mean, this has turned into the heart podcast, but like we talk about
Right.
the heart so much, but he has that. There's
Sky's the
no
limit.
question. And then when you actually saw him fight Shaka, and we're like, dude, this guy's polished. He's dangerous. Shaka just could not get off it at
Right.
all in that fight.
I don't want to take anything away from either fighter, man.
Yeah,
But
for
you know
sure.
what I mean? But when they were walking out, I was telling people, I said, oh, Shaka got this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was super impressed. I think I texted you the
You
next
did,
day.
yeah.
I was like, dude, I was super impressed
kid was
with Calvin
impressive.
Harbaugh, man.
He was, man.
He
was
came
super
out of
impressive.
nowhere, too. I had no
I know.
idea who he was. You know what
Dude,
I mean?
either did
Being
we,
a West
honestly.
Virginia guy.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, very, very, very good fighter.
Yeah, man. We weren't sure either.
Well-rounded, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very technical.
Definitely.
You know,
really
so-
great to work with, man. Shout out Calvin and his
Yeah.
whole team and just his professionalism start to finish. Like I said, we notice when guys take things seriously and care. And
Right.
man, he freaking does.
Well, when you come out, your walkout music is from Rocky. I mean, you know.
you mean business.
You know you're coming out to go to work, man.
Yeah.
So,
And then, like you said, not taking anything away from either guy. We say enough good things about Ethan, but what he's done lately kind of goes without saying.
yeah,
the run
man.
he's put together.
absolutely. Absolutely. Ethan's another one. Great showstopper, man.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's such a good fight, man. And I'm with you. You know, Patton gets a big win, and that's there's no
man.
giving in MMA. But
No.
if he does, then that fight for the title probably makes a lot of
It
sense.
makes sense, yeah. But,
Heck
you
yeah.
know, what do you know? We'll see what happens, man.
You got to let the fights play out.
That's
How many
it.
times have we been surprised by what happened?
Man,
I mean, you never know.
There's worse sport to bet on.
Do you bet on MMA?
I mean, we'll dabble.
Nice.
you know,
Okay.
we'll,
Okay.
we'll get the UFC event. We'll
There you
know,
go.
we'll do a little FanDuel.
What's the best bet you ever hit on? Did you ever take a total shot in the dark that paid
No,
off?
but a buddy of mine did, man, with Sugar Sean O'Malley. Okay,
Nice.
the last fight he won, which was controversial.
It was a
per se.
controversial decision
But
for sure.
I mean, he hit the whole car. I think he hit it like a 5 or 7 fight parlay, dude.
Oh my god!
And that was the deciding factor. So.
Oh, that's a nice pay.
Yeah.
How much was he sweating during that decision?
Oh,
being
dude,
read?
I think they were watching it in the back corner at work on his phone, man. I'm not going to lie.
Did they go nuts
So,
when they announced Sean?
Yeah, definitely. So.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that, man. What do you think of Sugar Sean?
Oh, man, I think he's up and coming, man.
Yeah.
I really do,
Totally agree.
Opportunity meets desire, man. You know?
There's some guys, and this isn't a perfect test. You hear it in other sports too, but the eye test, he just passes the eye
Yeah.
test big time. You watch him; he looks super comfortable everywhere he goes. Big power, like
Crowd favorite.
unique X factor abilities that he has. He just does things that other guys can't do.
I think it's the hair.
I think
It might be the hair. Yeah,
I think
man.
I agree, Russ. There's
I
something
think
about
it
having
is.
good
Yeah,
hair.
definitely.
Well, dude, this has been amazing, and just talking about the card got me even more hyped for it, and I was already hyped. But I appreciate you coming in, man. I appreciate you supporting 247, and more importantly, local MMA in general, man. Everything you're doing is truly amazing. So
Well,
thank you.
Like I said, man, we honored to be a part of it on both ends, man. So thank you for having us
Yes,
in
sir.
today, man.
Let's
It's
keep it
been
going,
great.
man. Cheers to that, brother.
Absolutely. But be
16.
16,
It's
man.
getting hard.
April
to,
15th.
I can't count that high, man. Let's go. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.